Well, Karen,
Mm.
I gotta
Yeah, ask
ask
me.
you. I've been seeing a lot of sliders in
Oh
public
my god.
recently because I get on the tubes,
Oh
London.
my
Everyone's got their
god.
toes out. Just hold that thought. Yeah, I need to go on this
Mm.
for a sec. This is the main topic for this segment,
It's the
FYI,
main
people.
topic for the
Um,
podcast today.
basically,
Mm.
basically, this is how. Let me just put it in camera. This is how your toes are supposed to look. Yeah, straight. I see toes looking like
Sorry,
this
sorry.
all the
Do
time,
you mean like
and bro, it
do you mean
grinds my
like if these are
fucking
the
gears.
toes from the top? If you look in the aerial view, you're saying the splaying
Yeah.
like
Toes are all meant to be like somewhat linear
right,
with spacing, yeah? Naturally your
right.
shoes to get cramped. And then this one's
Right.
your
What do
big toe. It starts pushing inwards like it looks crooked.
ah
It doesn't look straight. And I'm like, oh my god, I've never noticed
bunions?
this, but I really think toes should be
Yeah,
like
yeah,
straight.
bunions.
I don't see the bunions, thankfully, because they're covered, whether it's in Birkenstocks,
Yeah,
whatever, yeah? Like, I can see the
yeah.
toes are straight. But I look at them and I'm like, yo, if your feet are that nasty, put them away, man. Like, seriously. Then you got unkept
Oh,
toenails. Then you've got
fungal
like
toenails.
people wearing sliders and socks, and I'm
Ah,
like, okay, I don't know how I feel about sliders and socks. I guess it's less haram than wearing just having toes out. I guess I don't know.
there's a lot.
It's a
There's a
bit
lot
of a
there, man.
confusing one.
You've triggered multiple
There's a lot to unpack.
things in my head. Lots of
Multiple
multiple
little
trigger
bits in there. There you
anger
go.
points and points of anger. So the bent feet, right? Yeah. So it's when they start crowding as well. So you've got the bentness, and then you've got the one that starts like going over the top of the other one, and you're like, it has no, it has no,
Oh
it has no
man,
business
I've
there,
seen
right? And then
this. I'm like, are you not gonna get that
yeah,
checked?
you know what I mean. So you can get this with the knees as well to allow for much less degree, but we call them varus and valgus deformities depending on which way they're going. So if they're going out and in, slightly different names.
Mm.
But yeah, and then as a secondary consequence to that, the bent nail or the overhanging, toe or whatever, well then the nail doesn't get cut and it just grows and grows and grows, right? And then that becomes like discolored. And the other thing we didn't talk about is like fungal nails, right? When you have like nail missing or you have like yellowish discoloration.
I don't think I want to talk about that, to be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah. But we
Yeah,
digress.
yeah.
The point that I was making, so I was at Star City. I was going to watch a film. I can't remember what film I was watching. It's a good film though. And like you said, there was somebody inside queuing for ice cream with white socks on and sliders. And I'm like, what the hell are you doing? It's clearly a slipper. It's designed for inside the house. What gives you the right to think you can wear that in a public forum? Like, please go home and change. Like, sir,
What gives
what
them the
gives you
right
the
to not
right?
wear
No,
it in a
don't give me
public
that shit,
forum?
man. There are certain levels of social etiquettes and norms. I was in the store today, man. I went to Duncan James, right? It's like a suit store in Warsaw. So I've been there a long, long time. And
I'm not gonna lie to you. I've lived in Birmingham for nearly 28 years.
Warsaw,
I've never
Warsaw.
heard of this store.
Yeah, Warsaw. Right
Continue.
next to Five Rivers. It's on the back side of Five
Same
Rivers.
thing.
But you wouldn't know unless
Okay.
you got reason to go there. I've rented quite a few things from there, so it's a proper like gentlemanly type store. And I was
Of course, just right up your alley.
absolutely. So I was picking up some patent leather shoes. We got a black tie event this weekend, and behind the counter there was this picture of some like a real person. I think the person that owned the store or the founder, like from the 1930s, and he was like immaculately dressed. And there was like, I can't remember the quote. It was something about like made for gentlemen or something like that. And I was just like looking at it, feeling so happy. I was like, there's a proper way to be dressed. Now, I'm not saying like, what you're wearing now is completely appropriate because you're inside your house, right? I'm not saying that you can't wear casual things, but there is a way, there's a way to wear casual things, and B, there are certain settings. But then I had a secondary thought.
Yeah, but it is
I had a
summer.
secondary thought, and it's like, well, if I'm on holiday, it's near the beach, normally I'll walk around in my flip-flops. Is there any difference? So then I was differentiating between, I have this thing about,
Well, you should be on the beach. You should be barefoot, really, because
No,
trying
no,
to
no,
walk
no.
and stand in
So,
flip flops
like,
doesn't work.
up into the beach, not actual beach. You're going from your hotel to the beach,
Oh,
right?
the
Or wherever it might
forecourt.
be, like around your complex, to the pool, let's say, right? But then I think I delineated that actually my hate, if it's like a flip flop which has got like the two, well, I don't know, I think you call them G-string flip flop or something like that. There's
They're called thongs in
that's it,
Australia.
not
That's all I
G-string,
know.
man, that's
Yeah, yeah.
completely off right there. Right.
G-string.
Thongs, right? Those I don't seem to have as much of a problem. Like if I see somebody wearing some Havanas on the outside, I'm like, my brain doesn't get angry. It's when I see sliders. I think the real anger about the sliders, which I think I mentioned to you before, is if that's the end of the shoe, then the toe should align to here. It's when they're falling out like this. I'm like, what the hell are you doing, man? You need to retract your feet because I don't want to see that shit. And it's just, oh god, this is the anger, man. Like I nearly had to leave the line.
Okay. If you
Right.
have to pick one, is it toes over the
Right.
front or heel over the back?
Oh, toes over the front, man, all day. I don't care about the heel. Heel is not my focus. My
I care
eyes
about the heel.
never go
No,
there.
the heel has to
Right.
sit flush. It's got to sit flush on the jutti,
Right.
man. On the slipper slider, it's got to sit flush. Can't be doing this hanging out business.
Hang is not good. Hang is not good.
So what I'm saying is, Goran, all right, if you've got unkept feet, what do you do?
What do you mean?
Hot day, you want to go outside, get some sun on your feet. What do you do?
All right, so you're saying, okay, what's your solution, right? Man or woman?
Start with men first.
See, men's difficult because you're not going to put nail varnish on, so you can't cover that shit, man. So you got to cut your nails. No, you got to cut your nails. You've got to get that stuff treated before you go outside, man. You can't be going out with that. Right, so some guys, man, like they just let their nails grow so long. You know, bro, you're gonna cut me, like you're gonna walk and you're gonna slice a bit of my skin off. It's dangerous. Cut that shit, man. Like clearly, when you look at your feet, you must see it. Like, why are you ignoring it? It's disgusting. You wouldn't do it with your hands, would you? Like, oh my god.
Some people do it with their hands, but okay, all right, fine. So men just got to cut their nails. That's it. What about the hard skin on the on the feet? When you're wearing sliders and you look at people's feet and you can see the hard skin on the heel, on the edge of the toes, and I'm like, yo, this is not attractive, man. Can you cut that out?
I have a machine for that. Softens, gets rid of the calluses.
Yes, you do. You wouldn't let me use it.
You've seen it, haven't you? Yeah. It's a great machine. I need to do it again, actually. It's good. Yeah, it helps actually with the shaping of the nail as well. It's a fabulous machine.
And this brings us to our sponsor this week. We are sponsored. No, we're not. It's cool. Anyway. Okay, sliders, happy days. You're not happy about it. Fine. What's tough, Goran? I guess you just got to live with it, mate. It is what it is.